Good good Wednesday morning to you guys. How's everybody doing out there? I'm, of course, Jason Mattis with Winning Bets, giving you guys some free sports picks every day, and we appreciate you guys kicking off another morning with me here, enjoying your coffee, enjoying some sports, and we get to talk some sports betting along the way. Before we dive into today's action, which we've got some Champions League we need to talk about, we've also got a nice little MLB slate to work our way through, and we'll go ahead and get in an NFL bet. Never too early to look ahead to NFL Sunday, so we'll get in a bet for that. But before we do it, let's always make sure we, of course, recap the previous day, so let's go ahead and do that. And boy, as the tweet says, we are one strike away from pulling out profit. Losing day never felt so good. Obviously been on a rough little stretch here the past 10 days or so, and while I guess that continues because we didn't make money, so damn effing close with just being one strike away. What happened in the Champions League yesterday with Porto, plus a half on the cards? That didn't come through for us, and other than just saying I'm disgusted with that play, let's just leave it at that and just say I'm disgusted with that play, and quite frankly speaking, let's just move on. And then for the second one, the parlay, second leg of the parlay hit, Liverpool IX staying under 4.5 goals. Easy. Game finished 2-1 with a late goal, getting that third goal. The other one, both teams to score in Barcelona versus Bayern. Watched that game and thought for sure that was going to hit. I mean, it felt like each time the opponent got in the other end's 18-yard box, there was going to be a goal. It just, maybe couldn't quite finish off the last pass, or maybe the last pass got to the attacker, but, couldn't quite get it out from under him and couldn't quite get the shot off, or, maybe just missed the shot. That was a very, very entertaining game, back and forth. I thought Bayern and Barcelona both looked good in that game. We know Bayern got the win 2-0, but in terms of both teams to score, I thought that was happening. I'm still shocked that Barcelona couldn't find the back of the net over the course of 90 minutes. Enjoyed watching that match. Just fell a little bit short, but then we rebounded in baseball. How about Yankees, Red Sox, F5 over 4.5, even money bet. Love that, see that right there. And in large part came on the heels of the Red Sox, which is why we did that F5 team total over 1.5. The only mistake I made, I was actually thinking about it last night prior to it, was just going in heavy on that bet. And it was still only at minus 120 an hour or so before first pitch. And I thought about just unloading multiple units, but obviously when you're stuck in a little bit of rut, you don't want to dig yourself a deeper hole. But I absolutely love that spot for the Red Sox to score runs. And I love the spot, obviously, for the Yankees to contribute in cashing the F5 over 4.5. So great work right there. Twins F5 team total over 2.5. Another good plus money cash. And if you guys were nervous going into the fifth inning, I wasn't. I know they only had 2 runs at that point. They needed to get one in that fifth inning. But the fact of the matter is, they had their top of the lineup coming up for the third time up against Bubik, and that smells really bad luck for him. He obviously gave up the 2-run blast, which is what we needed from Carlos Correa. But yeah, I wasn't worried. I was not worried headed into that fifth inning with what Bubik had already been doing that game, and just knowing that the third time through the lineup, his struggles. Love that right there. And then again, the last play right there, just missed the Nerfy. Again, we were one strike away from cashing that Nerfy. You had a double, and then you had a single. Obviously, 2 singles we're okay with, but with the first hit being a double, puts him in scoring position, and then Jock Peterson was able to drive him in with the single. So tough stuff right there, but again, lost money, but damn if it didn't feel good. It just shows how bad a little bit of rut we're at. But today's going to be the day where we can actually flip that, where it's going to make some money today. So none of that crap going on today. Look forward to making some money and helping everybody out today. And see if we can stay hot in baseball. See if we can't do that right there. All right, let's go ahead and jump in these comment sections, and then we're going to start with Champions League, which I'm very, very interested in hearing what you guys think about the Champions League. So let's get it. Let's have us a nice day. Enter ended up being my only parlay win. Okay, yeah, it was a nice hit, John. I know John spoke in yesterday. He had a 3-legged parlay, and in his parlay was enter. Nice hit, winning that 2-0. So that was a good win. That Nerfy, yeah, Brian, that was unkind to us. Who has made their eliminator picks? We've already got somebody looking ahead. In fact, this person's not only looking ahead to week 2. This is my mother. She's looked ahead all the way to the finish. She's done picked out all 18 weeks. Isn't that the most craziest thing you've ever had? That's the most craziest thing you've ever had. Picked out all 18 weeks. But you know what? She got a winner in week 1. She's going to come on back and get a winner in week 2. So look forward to seeing who you're able to pick once it goes live. Well, absolutely love it. All right. With that being said, let's jump into today's Champions League bets. And again, I want to see comments from you guys. We're going to run through all of these games while we're right here. But there's only one bet I felt confident enough to actually put my money on, the one that I like for today. And this gets back to, I actually like today's board, but I don't know if I've earned the right, at least in the short term speaking. I think collectively as a whole, I've earned the right. And, I've always been honest and transparent with everything. But in the short term, I don't know if I've earned the right to just kind of bet like hell. So gonna dial it back and see if we can't get back to the winning ways. And in doing so, I really just like Dynamo plus 1.5. Just really like Dynamo plus 1.5. I think this is a classic match of we don't want to waste our first result against Chelsea, right? We got 3 points. Probably were hoping for 3 points, but probably was realistically expecting maybe 1 point against Chelsea. But to get all 3 points, you can't go to Milan now and just waste that performance. So can they lose this game? Sure. They can certainly lose this game, but I do not think they lose it by a margin. If they lose this game, it'll be 1-0 or 2-1 is how I see it. They're not going to get blown out. They're going to want to keep it compact and low scoring as long as they can and just think that they can grind out a point. Because if they get 4 points after 2 match days and you've already faced Chelsea and AC Milan, that's absolutely outstanding work. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with Dynamo. Absolutely love them today. Again, traveling on the road to Milan. This is the early game, 11:45. Just don't see them getting blown out. They're not going to want to waste that great performance that they put up against Chelsea. So that's how I'm going to roll today in the Champions League. That being said, I want to talk about all these games. I want to see what you guys are feeling today in the comments section in terms of the Champions League. So I'm going to keep an eye on the comment section, and then let's go ahead and kind of do it. Love it right there. Absolutely love it right there. All right, so we talked about AC Milan, Dynamo. I don't know how you guys are betting Shakhtar or Celtic, but, I've never watched the Ukrainian Premier League, so I don't know anything about Shakhtar. I know them from being in the Champions League every single season, but in terms of, how are they this season, I don't like betting on things I don't really know. And again, I don't watch Shakhtar games. I don't watch any Celtic games. We know Celtic lost 3-0 to Real Madrid. That one's just an easy absolute pass for me. In terms of Chelsea taking on Salzburg, that's an easy pass for me because it was Graham Potter's first game. Not only is it Graham Potter's first game, we know we have an idea of what we're going to get from Graham Potter and Chelsea today because we watch so much of Brighton's football. But that doesn't mean it's going to fully translate over to Chelsea or going to translate over right away, right? It takes time to maybe implement a new system. And also, Graham Potter's never managed anything in European football. He's used to just showing up every weekend and getting a 3 points or getting a 1 point. He's not used to having to look ahead to 6 stages in terms of the group stage and try and figure out where he can get points and strategize, maybe strategy to get yourself out of a group. This is all new to Graham Potter. Never had to do anything like this. So that Chelsea-Salzburg game, while I like it, that's just an easy pass for me because it's Graham Potter's first game. Then you move into Copenhagen versus Sevilla. Under 2.5 goals is at minus 120. I like that. Sevilla's absolutely still struggling. They're going to want to just keep this one low scoring. Copenhagen is going to struggle, I think, to score on Sevilla just because how Sevilla is going to set up. Not because Sevilla has great form and they're keeping clean sheets or keeping teams low scoring because they're certainly not. But I think they're going to, with them being on the road here, obviously not getting any points in match day number 1, I think Sevilla keeps this one nice and low scoring. So I would go under 2.5 at minus 120 between Copenhagen and Sevilla. Juventus, Benfica, sure. Both teams to score, I would think probably happens. That's probably my strongest play in that game is probably a both teams to score. In terms of PSG, taking on this other opponent here, I mean, they're gonna crush them, but I don't know. Have you guys find any value in that game? I mean, you got to go with their team total. That's all you got to really do right there. Same thing with Manchester City. What I want to do with this Manchester City game is it's kind of like PSG. They've kind of made it a little bit difficult to bet it just because of the prices. What I like in this Man City game is I actually like Dortmund plus 25 on the ball possession. Plus 25 on the ball possession for Dortmund. That would have cashed in both of these fixtures last season when they hooked up in the Champions League as it was 58% possession for Manchester City in both of them. To not get a cash in this one, you would need 63%. Anything 62 and under from Man City is good. But then again, we know how City likes to possess the ball. They showed up in Champions League last time when they were struggling in the Premier League. They showed up in Sevilla and stick it to them and won, obviously, 2-0. I'm a little nervous, but that is kind of what I like in that one. Napoli and Rangers, you would think Napoli would certainly be able to get it done, but on the road in the Champions League is always, always tricky on the road in the Champions League. But of course, if you're going to bet it, you're going to like Napoli. And then in terms of Real Madrid, Leipzig, you probably like both teams to score in that one as well, with Real Madrid more than likely coming out on top. They're Real Madrid and they're at the Bernabeu. So you would like them, and you kind of like both teams to score. I'm going to put up a screen here on the parlay of what I've cooked up while I then read your comments. This is what I've cooked up, because you guys know I like Zach Greinke. Now, I've not bet this, so don't race to go bet it, but in just terms of what would I maybe bet in the Champions League if I was going to maybe do one more bet. We know how good Zach Greinke under 1.5 walks is. If you've been hanging out on the payoff pitch this entire summer, you know that play like the back of your hand, and you know the hit rate on it. So that one's good. And then I like Man City to get 2 goals and PSG to get 2 goals, and you can see that parlay comes in at plus 121. That is what I'm thinking of adding. That is what I like. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to roll with Dynamo, at least for the short term right there. But let's see what you guys are cooking up here in the chats. We've got, how do we like Real Madrid over 2.5? You think Leipzig is certainly going to find the back of the net. Leipzig's looking good, so I like them to score. And then you like Real Madrid to more than likely find a winner. So it looks decent, Brian. I think it looks pretty decent. Thinking Napoli over 2+ goals and the money line. Yeah, I hear you, John. It's hard to disagree. That Chelsea, man, Graham Potter is first. If you're gonna roll with Real Madrid, Chelsea, I think Chelsea. I would rather Brian. And I don't obviously endorse this stuff on any regularity. I'd drop Chelsea and just go 3-leg. And if you want to do Real Madrid, if you're that high on Real Madrid, do Real, PSG, and Man City, and get Chelsea out of there. This is Graham Potter's first game. That makes me all kinds of nervous. I would actually change from a 2-legged parlay to a 3-legged parlay, and that says something, because I'm not a parlay guy, but that's how it would roll. Let's go, man. Saeed, get your Napoli. Good luck to you today. Celtic on the double chance on the road at Shakhtar. I could see that. There we go. Here's a nice parlay for you. Milan to win, Milan to get most corners, and Dynamo to have the most cards. Good luck on that same game parlay. Love to see it, Professor. Absolutely love to see it right there. And we're going Chelsea under 2.5. Yeah, if I'm betting that game, I also like that angle, Thad. Even though Salzburg makes me a touch nervous, Graham Potter, this is new to him. I think he's going to keep it tight in the back. So, all right, for now, though, I'm just going to roll Dynamo plus 1.5 at even money. Dynamo plus 1.5 on the Asian line at even money. Obviously, Dynamo can lose. It just cannot lose by a margin. Lose within 1. And we'll go ahead and get a good cash in the Champions League. All right, that's how we'll do it there in the Champions League. Let's talk some baseball. Let's absolutely talk some baseball. Last one here. We got Mbappe anytime goal scorer. That generally is always fine. Over 7.5 corners. And Dynamo, AC Milan, even money. Corners are always hard to predict. I mean, you guys have seen me fire out corner bets, whether I take an under, whether I take an over. You can have all the stats in your favor, and sometimes the game doesn't play out. That stat can be a little, or that prop, I say, can be a little frustrating, just because it doesn't sometimes align with the stats when you think you've got beautiful stats. But I hear you. All right, so good luck and go Mbappe. All right, let's go ahead now and throw up some baseball bets. Let's just kind of run through the payoff pitch narrative of kind of what we do, and then we're going to jump back into this screen where I will do my bets. But because we're talking baseball, let's jump on into the payoff pitch. We'll, of course, generally stick to these menus here on the left-hand side. Let's go ahead and first jump in with let's do around the bases, where I like to talk about a couple of games. I'm going to go right to this White Sox game. I'm doing this White Sox F5 team total over 2.5 at plus 110. They've got 111 plate appearances versus left-handed pitching. We absolutely love that sample size. And what are they doing in those 111 plate appearances? They are smoking left-handed pitching right now. Generally speaking, like the White Sox are most of the time, including last season as well. They're hitting .337 with a .653 slugging. That's monster. .653 slugging is so much power to the plate right now with an OPS of 1041. That is killer right there. And they're not striking out at 13.5%. So you're getting the White Sox strength at a moment in which it's really, really their strength. I mean, those numbers across the board are really just outstanding. So you love that. They're going up against Freeland. Here are the Rockies. He's given up 165 hits in 153 innings. That's a 275 opponent's batting average. It's better on the road, but it's still 253, and 8 of his 18 home runs have come on the road. So, yeah, while most Colorado pitchers are worse at home, It's not like this guy's stellar on the road by any stretch, and he's not striking anybody out. His K per 9 is 6.6 with only 112 strikeouts in those 153 innings pitched. So, yeah, he's not going to overpower you. He's going to make you get contact, and that's bad right now because the White Sox are smoking left-handed pitching. So, I absolutely love the White Sox F5 team total over 2.5 runs at plus 110. Let's go ahead now and move it to some pitching props where yesterday, and this will let you guys know that, just because I'm not betting stuff, it'll kind of, if you're new to the payoff pitch per se, I take this shit serious. I gave out 2 pitching props yesterday. I went 2-0. I'm not just half-assing this just because maybe I'm not betting it or we're not really doing the payoff pitch. I'm still taking this serious. So let's see if we can't go 2-0 again for you guys today. Remember, we went 2-0 with taking the under in Suarez and the over in Waddlechuck. Let's go ahead and do Corbin Burns over 3.5 Ks at minus 146 and cashed in 17 of his 28 starts. It's missed 5 times on the hook. So this is a guy that's going to be right around, if not going over 3.5. The Orioles are striking out 32.6%. That is, god-awful. 32.6%. Their average is 189, and they're bringing no power to the plate versus left-handers right now at 324. And back in June, he got 6 strikeouts versus the Orioles. So Corbin Burns at minus 146 for over 3 point, or not Corbin Burns, Patrick Corbin over 3.5 Ks. This is a guy where I know he's going to scare you. He could go 1 inning and get rocked and be right out of the game, or he goes 5-6 innings and he easily clips this. I like him today. It meshes up well with how the Orioles are striking out and struggling versus left-handers. Another one, Sandoval, under 4.5 Ks, and I'm not going to justify this one iota bit because we justified it yesterday in taking his teammate, Jose Suarez, under 4.5 Ks. They're still going up against the Guardians, and the Guardians do not strike out. Again, we did under 4.5 Ks yesterday. The guy finished with 3. Sandoval and Suarez have basically the identical K per 9 numbers. So Sandoval at under 4.5 Ks at minus 110 is a great look. And then another one I will justify here is Charlie Morton over 6.5 Ks at plus 110. The Giants have always been a team this season that we've generally targeted to, can they strike out? Yeah, they're striking out at 31.6%. 31.6%, average is 216, slugging is 369. Charlie Morton, he's had 10 plus 5 times this season already. He's had 7 plus in terms of cashing this prop in 13 of his 27 starts. His K per 9 of 10.6 is pretty identical to last season's 10.5. We know what we're getting with Charlie Morton. He's going to give you length. He's going to strike you out with his curveball, and he's going to keep the game in it. He's going to keep him in it. He got 11 Ks versus the Giants back in June. The Giants have been a team where you want to target for them striking out. They've been a good strikeout team this season in terms of striking out a lot. So Charlie Morton at plus money to only get 7 Ks, that's an absolutely fantastic play right there. So those are the 3 pitching props today. Look to do Patrick Corbin over 3.5 Ks. I think it's Patrick Sandoval under 4.5 Ks and Charlie Morton over 6.5 Ks. And that is a National, an Angel, and a Brave. All right, let's go ahead and move it over to 5th inning. We call it Keep Swinging. Try and give you guys some hitting props for today. What about Eduardo Escobar? He's only 7 for 12 up against Drew Smyly with 4 home runs. He's bringing absolute power to the plate against Drew Smyly. Is Escobar there of the New York Mets, so we like him. You can also look at David Peralta of the Tampa Bay Rays. He's 10 for 24 up against Stripling, so more averages that we like. And Joey Wendell, he's doing really good up against Kyle Gibson. He's smoked him this season, smoked him in previous seasons. He's 10 for 26, 4 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. So you think of Joey Wendell, skinny little kid, no gloves, just going to slap singles. Not against Kyle Gibson. Like, again, 4 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. He's absolutely bringing power. And if there's one bum on the day you want to go ahead and fade, what about Yadier Molina going up against Corbin Burns? He's only got 1 hit in his career off of Corbin Burns. So maybe you can take a stab at him at minus 105 to not get a hit. All right, let's go ahead and do It's a Steal. We call it It's a Steal. We got 6th inning here. The Nerfy of the day is Braves-Giants. We got a cash 2 nights ago. It didn't get a cash last night, but again, we were 1 strike away. It's the best Nerfy again today. It's really not even close. I'm going to do something a little bit different today, though. I'm going to take 3 teams to not score in the first inning. This is not taking the full game Nerfy. This is just taking 3 teams and just kind of plucking them out. The 3 teams are the Pirates. They are the Pirates, Tigers, and Royals. Absolutely. You got to love the numbers from Sonny Gray. He's got outstanding numbers in the first inning. You got to like Javier's number there, the Astros. He's got great numbers. And then also of the Pirates, they're going, I'm slipping my mind right here. Oh, yeah, they're going against Nick Lodolo. He's got great numbers in the first inning. You get all those teams struggle, right? Pirates struggle versus left-handers. Tigers can't hit right-handers worth crap, and the Royals can't do anything since they traded all their damn good players. All three of those teams rank in the bottom 10 in the major league in runs scored in the first inning. So I'm going to pluck out the Pirates, the Tigers, and the Royals at plus 115. Plus 115 to see who cannot get a hit. What's that best dog of the day? You guys know I'm always on the Rays when they're at plus money, and the Rays should not be at plus money going up against the Blue Jays. Split that series yesterday, 2 nights ago. It's a play I like a lot, so I like the Rays. And the parlay of the day, you guys want to parlay today in the Major League Baseball? Mets can bounce back. I believe the Mets can actually bounce back and get a win, and I would parlay them with the Twins. Absolutely parlay them with the Twins right there. All right, and of course, we'll still hit rapid fire. Let's get back to the other screen. I'll actually throw the baseball bets up that I decided to put my money on, and then you guys can tail those winners. We're going to have us a date. I'm going to throw up all the bets because then let's talk about that NFL one. Commanders, Lions. It is right here. I'll drop this down so you guys can see it. I got it over at Caesars where I got that one. There it is. Over 49 points. Love it. You got Dan Campbell. You got Ron Rivera, 2 coaches that are just super aggressive. Love going for it on 4th down. Love going on 4th and goal. You've got 2 offenses that are good. Will be putting up points. Love what the Lions do. I mean, good in 30 against the Phillies defense. It was really nice to see that right there. And then for Washington, I mean, Carson Wentz, you've seen it. He'll lead a touchdown drive, and then he'll follow back up with an interception and put the Lions in great field position, so they can punch one in. So I love everything about Wentz. I like that he's going to score it. I love that just the position he puts the other team in, so then maybe they can get it. I like that. So that's my early play in the NFL. It's Commanders, Lions. I'm going over 49 points. I think both these teams hit in the upper 20s. One of them probably touches up into the 30 points, if I take a guess. So we'll roll with that as an early NFL play. Otherwise, as you can see, I'll run through the bets. It's the White Sox F5 team total over 2.5 runs at plus 110. I am going to do Charlie Morton over 6.5 Ks at plus 110. I am going to do Eduardo Escobar over 1.5 total bases at plus 130. I'm going to do Joey Wendell over 1.5 total bases at plus 145. And then the 3 teams I mentioned that are to not get a run in the first inning, we're just going to look at the Pirates, the Tigers, and the Royals to all not get a run in the first inning. And that's at plus 115 over at DraftKings. You can also get that bet at Barstools, Bet Rivers, several books, but I made it at DraftKings. All right, let's go over now up into rapid fire. I'm feeling good today, fellas. I'm feeling good. We feel like even though yesterday maybe didn't go my way in terms of securing profit, I was happy, always happy with the bets, but happy with the way, I mean, it's been a struggle, but happy with kind of the way things unfolded yesterday. And today we're just going to be up on the other side of that. We're actually going to pull in some profit. So, all right, let's go ahead now and get into rapid fire. All right, so let's get into these questions here. PSG to win another 3.5. That's always a great strategy on the road. The other team there is going to want to keep it low scoring. How about those Mets? Well, Jacob deGrom, for whatever reason, can't get any run support whenever he's on the mound. And that's what we talked about yesterday in Rapid Fire. Or no, I actually skipped it, but we've talked about it on Payoff Pitch. You're not taking teams at minus 410 and putting them in a parlay. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. There's no value there. It doesn't move the needle on the return on the investment to even worth putting in a parlay. And I think the gent said he was sprinkling something on the Cubs, and I was like, mentioned to him yesterday here in the chat, like, yeah, it's great. Like, you only got to win 1 out of 4. Well, they got their win, so the gent don't even got to worry about playing those other 3. He just scooped up 3 units yesterday, so that's an absolute fantastic play. Absolute fantastic. Locked in Detroit for every other, for the over. Yeah, they're going to be a great over team, I think, Detroit. I think you're right on there, John. I liked what I saw at NFL Week 1 between the Commanders and the Lions in their respective games. Obviously, I like the over. I think they are going to be a good over team. All right, let's go ahead now and jump into this rapid fire. Let you guys know. There he is. There's Mr. I won 3.3 units, putting a little sprinkle on those Cubs. Nice call. You got to. Ain't no MLB team worth being minus 400 plus on the money line. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's jump into it. We got Pirates and Reds kicking it off here in about 2 hours. Over under of 8. Pirates plus 135. Reds at minus 155. Tough series. Pirates with the thing. Pirates bullpen still just struggling. So I'm going Reds I'm going Reds at minus 155. We've got Astros and Tigers with an over-under of 7.5. Astros minus 210. Tigers plus 180. Just keep backing the Astros against the Tigers. What's there not to like about that one? They're probably a good parlay piece. I know I did Mets and Twins. If you wanted to jump in the Astros in there, more than within your right. The Tigers are going up against a right-hander today, and certainly expect them to struggle. You got Angels and Guardians. Been on the Guardians for weeks now since that bullpen's been hot. Since we've been sitting here this week, I was on the Guardians Mondays, on the Guardians Tuesday. Win. What's there not to like? They're bringing all the advantages. You're getting the starting pitching, you're getting bullpen, and you're getting the hitting advantages. You bet the Guardians at minus 115, and you live with the result, however it goes down. Rockies and White Sox with an over-under of 7.5. Rockies plus 205. White Sox minus 245. You got Cease versus Freeland. We're obviously expecting the White Sox to keep hitting left-handers like they've been doing all season. So I'll go ahead and take the White Sox on the run line. Although I don't like that bullpen, it would make me extremely nervous. Although the bullpen is better than the Rockies, it's still the White Sox bullpen. I'd be a little nervous. But if Cease goes 7 innings, like maybe most people suspect, with the White Sox or with the Rockies' current struggles versus right-handers, okay, now I take a little pressure off that bullpen. So I'll go White Sox run line. Braves and Giants, over-under of 7.5. Braves minus 125. Giants plus 105. You got Morton versus Rodon. Morton will cancel out Rodon. Then you like the Braves' advantages over the Giants from an offensive standpoint. And you like the Braves' advantages in the bullpen. So Braves at minus 125 is pretty easy right there. Padres and Mariners, over-under of 7.5. Padres plus 135. Mariners minus 155. This was another nerfy, but it was just a little too juicy. But like the Braves, Giants is a good nerfy. This is also a good nerfy. Looked it up. Clevenger, we've backed him a couple times. Castillo's been good since the trade over to Seattle. I like under 7.5 in this matchup. And then I'll also go with the Mariners on the money line at minus 155. Phillies and Marlins with an over-under of 7.5. Phillies minus 135. Marlins plus 115. Can't get the win yesterday in Alcantara's start. Could not get the win. He lost it 2-1. I'm going with over. I'm going with over. A lot of familiarity. I'm going over 7.5 in Phillies. Marlins. Orioles Nationals over 8.5. Did that over hit yesterday? I remember being on that over yesterday in rapid fire. I'm curious. Got me curious now. Let's see. Did that over hit? 4-3. See, this is why, and I was watching that trend last night. It was, I'm going to look it up because, and this is why I tell people all the time. I tell people this stuff all the time. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 7 runs in the first 5 innings. This is why you're going to take an over. Stop betting full game over. Runs dry up when the bullpens come out. Even if it's a shitty bullpen, you're only seeing a guy for 3 outs, and he's coming out of a game. He's got to be off for those 3 outs. I hate taking full game overs. You guys know from the payoff pitch, I love taking F5 overs, F5 unders. This is a game where I'll say the full game over, but just like yesterday, if I was a bet it, I would have done the F5 over and not the full game over. So I'm going over here, really liking the F5 over, of course. And then with Wells versus Corbin, man, Nationals are smoking right-handed pitching. Absolutely smoking it. I'll take the stab at the Nationals at plus 120, given the Orioles struggles versus left-handers. So give me Nationals at plus 120. Rays and Blue Jays, over-under of 7.5. Oh, now they're no longer a dog. Now this is minus 110 versus minus 110. I like the Rays. Stripling coming off 6 innings, no runs against the Yankees. Rays are the better team. I don't know why people continue backing the Blue Jays. So, yeah, give me the Rays. We were on this game yesterday. Yankees and Red Sox got 2 good cashes. Today we're seeing over 9. Yankees minus 130 with the Red Sox at plus 110. You're getting Nestor Cortez up against Bello. Let me see what let me refresh my brain what the Red Sox are doing versus left-handers real quick. Nah, not that great. I'm taking the Yankees. Taking the Yankees at minus 130. Cubs and Mets, over-under of 7.5. Cubs plus 165. Mets minus 195. I'll take the over. I'll take the over 7.5. You expect the Mets to do damage against Smiley, and you expect actually the Cubs to continue hitting Peterson. So, yeah, over 7.5 for me. Royals and Twins with an over-under of 7.5. Royals plus 170. Twins minus 200. We're seeing, I'm already on the Twins. Yeah, I put them in the money line parlay. So, yeah, Twins for me with the under, because Greinke will keep games low scoring. So with the under. Brewers and Cardinals, over-under of 7. Brewers minus 125. Cardinals plus 105. This is another good nerfy. It's Wainwright versus Corbin Burns. The over-under is 7, so that reflects a nerfy as well. I will do the Nerfy. I think Wainwright and Burns keep this low scoring, so I'll go Nerfy. Athletics and Rangers over under of 8.5. Athletics plus 140. Rangers minus 165. Dane Dunny's on the mound, so I'll take the Athletics with JP Sears at plus 140. Dodgers and Diamondbacks end the night with an over under of 9. You got the Dodgers at minus 130 up against Zach Davies. This is a Dodgers team total play today. Let me tell you, with Zach Davies on the mound, they're just not quite crushing right-handed pitching for my liking in terms of bet it. But in terms of lean, you've got to like the Dodgers versus Zach Davies for sure. So the Dodgers at minus 130 is a really nice look today at Dodgers at minus 130. All right, that's the MLB slate today. Yep. Yeah, I like the Braves today. I like it. I like the Braves. Love rolling with the Braves, and the Guardians have already back in those Morton and Sandoval pitching props. Yeah, if you're already, yeah. Yeah, cool. All right, guys, let's see if we can have another nice, good day. I think we're poised. I think we've got some good selections. Maybe I'm going to actually just keep it to that one. I want to add something for City. I'm such a homer when it comes to City. Like, I want to bet City versus Dortmund. I feel like I'm going to watch the game. I know that's the one they'll put on TV. And I want a little action on Manchester City, whether that's possession and I fade Man City or under 2.5 shots on target. I don't know. Something tells me I don't want to add a bet, though. I want to stick with these. I think we got some. Look at these. All that plus money. All that plus money, fellas. Cashes are going to be coming our way. All those plus money. Every bet right there about one is at plus money. That's what kind of day we're setting up when you love the board and then you look at the price and you realize they're giving you plus money for a lot of these juicy, sexy matchups. Yeah, lick your lips, boys. Today's going to be a good day. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Wednesday, kicking off another morning with me here on Winning Bets. Bring in the comments, bring in the energy, as you guys always do. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. We got Thursday Night Football. We got Europa League, and, of course, we got another day of the baseball slate. So enjoy it, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow.